Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. This is the most interesting thing I've read having anything to do with XRP in recent memory, which I think is saying a lot because I read a lot of stuff having to do with crypto and XRP on a daily basis, and I was really truly captivated by this. So check this out. There's a private jet charter company called TapJets, and they're effectively like Uber but for private jets. You can just hop on your phone and order a private jet on demand. So obviously not for the everyday person, but as it turns out, XRP is crucial to their business model. And they've stated that without XRP, it would cause their business model irreparable harm. And maybe I had read about TapJets in the past. I found an article from May of 2018 from the Daily Hodl, and there's a few other things, but they're not in the news really. So I may very well have read about it, but then they're not in the news. And to the degree to which XRP was adopted, nobody was writing about it. I didn't see anywhere. It's pretty well unknown. They were just doing this thing. But XRP is crucial to this company's business model, and pretty much nobody on the planet knew it. But it's highly consequential for them and their clients. So here's what happened. There was yet another amicus brief filing, or a request to file. Basically, it's an application to file an amicus brief to Judge Torres today. This is the second one today. Now, my very last video I put out, it had to do with an on-demand liquidity company, a customer called iRemit. So that's a customer of Ripple's. Long video. You may have checked it out. Some of you did. Now, in this case, this company has nothing to do with Ripple whatsoever. They are not a customer of Ripple, not affiliated in any way. And they're insisting that the SEC is wrong on the merits of their argument. So here you can see, here's a tweet from XRP community member and attorney James K. Filan from 11:23 a.m. today. So just about 2.5 hours ago. As I record this, it's 2:06 p.m. Central Standard Time. But here's a tweet from Mr. Filan. TapJets, a private jet charter company, requests to file an amicus brief in support of Ripple. TapJets accepts XRP in exchange for its services. And here's a quote from the piece that he shares. For TapJets, the acceptance of XRP as a payment for services is vital, end quote. And so you might think, well, couldn't they just use fiat currency? What makes XRP so special? Well, they go to great lengths in this to highlight exactly why XRP is so crucial, and cryptocurrency in general, fair to say, but XRP specifically is favored among their clientele. You might be able to guess this. It's blazing fast and transactions are about free. But before going any further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a legal or financial background of any kind. I am not offering legal or financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. So before I get into the specifics of this, I do want to share with you just a couple quick comments from attorney John Deaton, and also one quick comment or two from attorney Jeremy Hogan. Attorney Deaton said the following on this topic. TapJets is an example demonstrating that XRP and crypto are here to stay. XRP allows to pay for instant travel. Think Uber for private jets. It also validates Ripple's business model. TapJets is disrupting the private air industry like Ripple is doing to the banking industry. Large private jet companies require their customers to deposit large sums of money into jet card accounts, just like a bank uses Nostro Vostro accounts. The use of XRP eliminates the pre-funding, freeing up that money for use elsewhere. XRP and crypto is here to stay. So here you go. Here's a use case, like, honestly, before today, I didn't know this existed. I mean, if I had read about it, then I certainly didn't retain it. It's not something that's regularly or commonly discussed. Here's what attorney Jeremy Hogan had to say about this. He wrote, "Another hour, another amicus. Seems that TapJets uses XRP as a form of currency. Again, an argument against the expectation of profits prong of Howey. Let the piling on begin." And then somebody asked, why they all filing today? Which is a reasonable question. Jeremy Hogan says, just chance. Which I agree with. I don't see any benefit to coordinating the timing of these research. I think it's really purely coincidence that iRemit filed today, and then hours later, you got TapJet, which I wasn't really familiar with. I'd probably heard about them just because I followed so much news, but I certainly didn't retain it. Then they filed. And so, again, it's been, a little over 2.5 hours since that happened, and this thing was 19 pages. So I did what I always do. I got my little Moon Lambo fingers up on some dead trees. Ain't gonna be no trees left at this pace, son. How are we gonna get our oxygen? So I highlighted the relevant portions, which is a lot of it. I only made like 1 or 2 notes here, and I'm sure I'll have comments along the way. But this thing really speaks for itself, and it's so highly interesting. You're going to absolutely love this. So let's go ahead and jump right on in here. And so here we go. This is, so it's technically dated September 26th. We all found out about this 2.5 hours ago. Dear Judge Torres, my firm, Stratford Law Firm LLC, represents non-party and proposed AMICUS Curiae Tapjets Inc., a for-profit company organized under the laws of Texas. Tapjets provides its customers, or travelers, with private jet charter, logistics, and aircraft management services similar to Uber or Lyft. Tapjets is an uninterested party to the above referenced litigation and has no existing relationship with the defendants, financial or otherwise. So I'll just pause to say here, you know, the Judge Torres here, I'm just speculating here, maybe a bit more likely to approve Tapjets as a amici curiae, you know, friends of the court, rather than I remit, since Tapjets is not a customer of Ripple. So I'm not saying that she wouldn't approve both necessarily, but I would guess that the odds of this particular proposal getting approved by the judge is a bit higher, because they're completely disconnected from Ripple. That's not to say that iRemit's perspective isn't useful. It's very useful, but I don't know exactly what metrics the judge is going to consider when considering this. Not all of them, anyway. Now let me jump ahead a bit into the actual brief, because they do include, because mind you, so this is structured just like the iRemit one, in that they explain why they want to file their amicus brief, and then they file the amicus brief, but they're saying here's why we want it, because it's not accepted. They have to get approval, so it's included anyway. That's just apparently how it's done here. So now I want to go down to, let me scroll a bit further for y'all. Interested. Wait, did I? Oh yeah, here we are. I think I'm there. Got it. Yep, right here. Okay. Thank you for bearing with me. I'm doing this for the people because I know a certain percentage of you do like to watch this stuff on their televisions or whatever your device is, so I try to remember to scroll down as I'm going through this, even though I'm actually reading off my paper here. So check this out. Interest of amici curiae, and this is the actual proposed amicus brief, which it would need to be approved by Judge Torres, but this is actually, they shred the SEC's arguments, and it also highlights XRP's utility. Like, it's not going away. But if the SEC has their way, they're going to ruin this business. They'll cause substantial harm. And you'll see why by the time we're at the end. So check this out. Tapjets Inc. is a private jet charter service that distinguishes itself within the industry by developing and operating a digital platform that includes proprietary technology. Tapjets is the company in the world, I think they mean the only company in the world, that allows for instant booking and dispatch of private jet flights in North America and Europe. And I'm skipping over some of this. No other person or entity other than Tapjets or its counsel has funded any part of this amicus brief. Tapjets' counsel has authored this brief in its entirety. Tapjets' sole interest in this litigation is the preservation of the use of XRP as a fiat currency substitute when the limitations inherent in the banking system under which fiat currency operates and fiat currency itself fails. And by the way, I'll just pause and note, they do articulate in detail exactly where the fiat currency and legacy financial system fail and why XRP is so useful. So hang with me. You're going to absolutely love this. And if you're ever worried about the long-term viability of XRP, my gosh, it won't be due to lack of utility if it fails. It would be because of the government in the United States anyway. But again, that would still just be the United States. I say just the United States. Well, I live there, so it's kind of problematic, certainly for me personally. Anyway, continue though. Here, sorry, I just lost my, I got it here. Okay, if Tapjets loses its ability to accept XRP as a fiat currency substitute, Tapjets will lose significant income, including but not limited to investment in technology developed to accept XRP as a form of instant payment for the flights, significant business growth opportunities, as well as goodwill. Tapjets' mission So I'm right here now. TapJet's mission is to change the way people book and utilize private jets for their personal and business needs. This mission is accomplished by returning the power of flight to the air traveler through the development of innovative technology, including the ability to instantly book a private jet anywhere in the world to anywhere in the world. TapJets operates by connecting travelers with the nearest suitable private jet aircraft that is operated by a FAR Parts 135 certified air carrier, whatever the hell that is, I don't know. But doesn't that sound exactly like Uber for jets? It really does sound just like Uber for jets. Before TapJets innovated in this area, the process to book private jet travel required the travel facilitator to obtain quotes, negotiate and coordinate back and forth amongst brokers, operators, travelers, airports, handlers, and all others involved in the process. With TapJet's technology, this process is now reduced to an instant online booking that is as easy as calling an Uber. One of the most significant improvements in the process is that the traveler has the ability to book a flight and head to the private airport for their departure within minutes of booking. However, TapJet's innovation in selling immediate air travel creates a business dilemma for TapJets, by anyone's definition. TapJet sells an expensive service. Check this out, folks. Oh my God, these numbers. A cross-country flight on a private jet can cost upwards of $60,000, with transatlantic flights costs reaching in hundreds of thousands of dollars. So yeah, okay. And this is fine. There's a market for this. This is for very, 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 very rich people. And that's awesome. The very, 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 very rich people are using XRP. I'm loving it. I like capitalism. I'm all for free markets. This is absolutely fantastic stuff so far as I'm concerned. And the fact that these rich people are doing this creates industry and all sorts of jobs in all aspects of this industry so that those people can support their families. But it's just still the numbers are just like eye-watering. Like, oh my God, $60,000 in the United States and hundreds of thousands of dollars for a transatlantic flight. That's a little bit more than commercial flight, just a wee little baby boo bit. It makes a business class look very cheap by comparison, does it not? Anyway, they continue. It is standard practice in the industry that all parties involved in facilitating the flight, service, aircraft, fuel, and the like are paid before the flight takes off. And in turn, TapJets requires immediate payment and clearing of the funds. That's an important part. Clearing of the funds before TapJets will confirm the booking of the travel to the customer. So I'll pause to note here. When you're talking about the movement of XRP, it settles with finality, because that's the actual movement of money. That's the settlement portion. Settles with finality in 3 to 5 seconds. If you have XRP sent to your account and it shows up in your account, you know it's there and it cannot be taken back. It is there. You know, that is way, way, way different than the legacy financial system. Because you're talking about centralized authority. Money can be clawed back. You know, and then there's all sorts of other delays as they articulate here. So check this out. And this is why, like, without XRP and cryptocurrency in general, this company couldn't exist with this business model. Literally could not exist. Crypto's here to stay, folks. Anyway, so it continues. Generally, during banking hours, i.e. Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., a transfer of funds via wire transfer is possible and an acceptable form of payment. If travel is booked after or before normal banking hours or merely too late in the business day, traditional fiat currency may not be available to secure the booking. Many banks settle wire transfers once a day, generally at the end of the day. Thus, and so I'll pause to note again, when they say settle wire transfers, that's the actual movement of money. So there's a messaging portion prior to that where the arrangement's made. That's the communication. That can be called a payment sometimes, which is confusing to people because they think that means it's moving. No, payment is actually just communication. It's a messaging system, right? Settlement is the movement of money, and it's convenient to do it all at once at the end of the day. So that's what they're saying here. The settlement, the actual movement of money, occurs once a day generally at the end of the day. And then they continue. Thus, a traveler wishing to book a 3 p.m. flight earlier on the same day to be paid by a wire transfer most likely will not be able to complete the purchase because of the bank's delay in the completion of the wire transfer. Moreover, some banks require the individual account holder to complete the wire transfer in the bank in person. This means that the traveler must first present themselves at a bank branch that offers wire transfers provide acceptable identification, and to complete the order for the wire before the bank will queue the wire transfer for completion at some time in the future. Given that TapJets will only book the traveler's flight after payment is received, the banking policies regarding wire transfers is a major obstacle for TapJets. TapJets calls this the Friday night problem because the limitations in fiat currency and the banking system become most problematic when a traveler wishes to book weekend travel, such as on Friday night. The inherent limitations in sending a wire transfer simply does not accommodate the Friday night traveler. I got to scroll down a bit, sorry. This is for everybody looking at the screen. Okay, so now we're going to be right about here. Okay. Not insignificant is the role TapJets plays in medical transport. First, TapJets plays a role in transporting deceased persons from the location of the death to the location of the selected final resting place. For many reasons, commercial airlines may not be convenient for this, but the need is the most prevalent among those whose religious needs and beliefs require immediate burial. Second, TapJet's immediacy in the booking and completing travel is vital when the traveler is transplanting organs, including blood, intended to be used in human organ transplants or donor transplantation on short notice. Conversely, TapJet's services are also vital when the individual is traveling for medical procedures. So I'll just pause to say, do you see why I was saying this is the most interesting thing that I've read having to do with XRP in quite a long while? This is like a world I'm just completely unaware of, like blissfully unaware of. And here it exists, and it's thriving with the use of XRP, which we're now getting into. So check this out. Cryptocurrency, including XRP, is the solution to the Friday night problem. XRP is a time-proven and trusted form of cryptocurrency that is preferred by TapJet's customer base. XRP offers travelers the ability to pay for the air travel instantly, solving the Friday night problem. When a traveler tenders XRP for travel, TapJets treats these funds as it would fiat currency. TapJets then uses these funds as it would fiat currency to pay its vendors for services rendered. The technology developed and employed by XRP is fast, safe, and secure to be used as an instant form of payment and is trusted to be stable enough to complete high-dollar transactions. In response to the Friday night problem and the cryptocurrency problem, on May 15, 2018, TapJet's director Eugene Kesselman asked TapJet's Twitter followers to choose the forms of cryptocurrency that TapJets would accept. And check this out because there's a poll here and XRP wins. TapJet's Twitter poll received a total of 57,054 votes. While the poll was live, with an overwhelming majority, 43.9% of the votes, or 25,046 unique recorded votes in favor of XRP. XRP overwhelmingly received the most votes, with the next form of cryptocurrency, which garnered significantly less votes than XRP. Moreover, since XRP offers streamlined cross-border payments, XRP simplifies a major limitation inherent in the traditional banking system, which serves to create a barrier to cross-border purchases, such as charter air travel. Since TapJets offers international flights, the ability to offer simplified cross-border payments is vital to TapJet services and upholds its business mission. And that is all true. In fact, here is an article from the Daily Huddle from May 22nd, 2018, titled, TapJet's looking to add XRP and Litecoin on June 1st. And I don't want to read this, but here you can see they have the actual Twitter poll, and you can see, they weren't kidding, XRP with over 57,000 votes, 43.9%, it won. And it did get added. It did get added as a result of all this. So they've been doing this for a long time here, and now the SEC comes along and wants to pretend there's no utility and wants to destroy TapJet's business because reasons. That's effectively what's happening here. Now let me go back to this for all of you looking at the screen. So now I'm going to start right about, okay. So check this out. For fiscal year 2021, this is amazing. XRP utility much? For fiscal year 2021, 48% of TapJet's total bookings were paid by digital currency, including XRP. TapJets projects that the revenue from digital currencies will continue to grow each year at a rate of 10% and is increasing over fiscal year 2022. The benefit in XRP lies in the immediacy of the payment, stability of the payment platform, and ease of use of XRP protocol for integration with TapJets or other software platforms. Now let's scroll down a little bit further to right here where I'm highlighting. For those of you looking at the screen, the word once. I won't highlight it. Why is it not? It's highlighting half. Okay, whatever. I'm moving on. Once TapJets is paid in XRP, TapJets does not hold the XRP as an investment, but rather uses the XRP as it would fiat currency as a form of payment in exchange for goods and services from other like-minded vendors, or converts it to fiat currency on a qualified exchange. Accordingly, TapJets has no expectation of a profit in its acceptance of XRP. Ah, yes, beautiful. So even if you get to the part where you apply Howie, it fails. It fails miserably. XRP is absolutely, unquestionably, undeniably not a security, you freaking asshat pricks at the SEC. Can you tell it's grinding my gears a little bit? I'm going to stem it down now. All right, now we're at this part. Is it going to... Why is it not... I know how... Double click is supposed to highlight the whole word. It's not doing it with these edge words. I don't know what's going on, dude. I know how to computer and promise. I internet too. Anyway, reads as follows. TapJets writes this amicus brief because the third prong of the Howie test is not satisfied given TapJets' use of XRP as a fiat currency substitute. TapJets uses XRP in the same way it uses fiat currency. Number one, TapJets does not make an investment of money. Instead, it receives XRP as a form of payment of its product and services. Number two, TapJets is not in a common enterprise with Ripple Labs or XRP. How about that? The SEC insists that they are. TapJets, you have nothing to do with Ripple. You're in a common enterprise, though. Right? Because reasons. Makes a ton of sense, right? Oh, wait. No, it doesn't, though. Number three, TapJets has no expectations of profit in XRP by its acceptance of XRP. Specifically, the ease of use of XRP protocol and underlying technology reduces TapJets' cost related to accepting the payment. The cost of processing XRP payments is approximately 0.3% of the transaction cost, where similar fees charged by banks and credit card processors are in the 2.5% range. Folks, this is utility. This is stuff that cannot be done with the legacy financial system. A fee of 0.3% in terms of transaction costs versus 2.5% in the legacy financial system. Because there's not middlemen. Okay, of course it's cheaper. Damn. Of course, there's no utility there. That's what the SEC says. Bunch of pricks. And then we get to the conclusion right down here. Where we go? Yeah, right here. Okay, this last paragraph. It just doesn't want to highlight full words. Okay. The edge words, for some reason, I double click it, won't highlight them. The other words, it will. Anyway, conclusion. As explained above, TapJets accepts cryptocurrencies, including XRP, because this form of payment offers flexibility, convenience, security, and ease of use to travelers that traditional forms of fiat currency inherently cannot offer. TapJets, in turn, uses XRP in exchange for goods and services offered by its vendors, or converts the XRP into fiat currency. TapJets does not hold XRP for investment purposes with the expectation that the value of XRP will increase over time based upon the actions or skill of any third party. TapJets will suffer irreparable damages if it is no longer able to accept XRP as payment in exchange for its services. Bam! Now that... It couldn't be more obvious to any unbiased party with half a freaking brain. XRP is not a security, and the SEC is an awful, terrible monster of a gasoline dumpster fire organization. That's what it is. Oh my God. OMG, pal. So there you go. It's incredible. So again, here's a use case. I was blissfully unaware of this, or again, if I ever read about it, I didn't understand the degree to which it was crucial here. It's not something that's frequently talked about within the world of crypto, but it's important to them, and it is something, you know. And it's not just this single business. There are, pun intended, ripple effects flowing throughout all of that, all of the business partners, all of their customers, and business partners, everything. Because it's an entire industry that employs a ton of people, thousands and thousands, if not tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of people. And XRP is making it possible in this degree to this capacity. It's making the world better. It could not be more obvious here. So let me know what you think in the comment section below, but I'm just loving this stuff. I am not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.